Hello, 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 world, hello. How is everyone? We got people here. We got people. I don't know how many people. It doesn't tell me up there how many people, but we got people. We got Carrie, hello, and Joe, and Marion, and Sherry, and Trina, and Karen, and Michelle.
Uh-huh.
All right, we got them people here. Hi, people. How are you?
Hi, people.
How is everybody? So I was just getting ready to tell Brandy, it's been such a long time since we talked about this book. I'm like, I don't even think I remember what's going on, other than, they're making a movie and he likes this girl and they're trying to keep the flying reindeer secret. And I don't know. Anyhow, I realized yesterday, was it yesterday we talked? I think it was, right?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. So I realized that I had not read all the way through chapter 12. So I had a little bit of reading to do, which I knew that. I knew I had a little bit to go. And when I got into the book, I actually had chapter 11 and 12 to read. So I was like, okay,
Oh,
let me get chapter 11 and 12 read, which was nice because reading chapter 11 and chapter 12 gave me enough info to refresh my memory of what was going on.
and
So
you're gonna have to kind of refresh my memory because I
I'm telling you, I know,
I
right?
didn't relook at it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was happy that I actually had some reading to do because it was helpful. It was actually helpful. So, anyhow, yeah. So, quick recap, as I already said, they're making a movie, they're at the ranch. Natasha's there. He likes Natasha. Um, there was the other chick. Natasha's not the head chick. She's like a second in command chick or something, right?
It's like, yeah, I think it's like Jennifer or something like that. Is
Yes. Yeah. I thought for a while there might be something going on with her, but she's kind of like, I don't know, she's not there right now. She kind of disappeared from the scene.
no, but the lady that takes care of the little girl, she's a little pain
Yes.
in the hoof, but
Yes. Yes. So there is the little girl, the little star actress, and then the person who takes care of her, who has managed to kiss him, I think, a couple times now. Blame it on the mistletoe, apparently.
mm-hmm.
She has
That
taken advantage.
mistletoe will get you every time.
Yeah. So she's taken advantage of the mistletoe to find some opportunities to kiss him, right? So
That's
then
sweet.
there's this deal between them about they want to use hello Brenda. They want to use the one reindeer. They've fallen in love with the one reindeer because it was out exercising or whatever. And he's like, no, you can't use that reindeer. But they're wanting to use that reindeer. And the
Well,
worst.
and the bad thing is that this is the one that already caused so much trouble in the first book, because
uh,
she just was a little, but she's very much of a diva, and now this
oh,
little girl has fallen head over heels in love with her. So now they're like gonna have to let them
yeah.
use her.
And so he's trying to make sure this little girl believes in Santa Claus because he doesn't think she does. So he's trying to work on getting her to believe. And then you got little Billy there, and Billy believes, and Billy's keeping secrets. He's not really saying much. Like, he's seen the reindeer fly. He's not telling anybody that. He's kind of doing a good job keeping that to himself, right? So kudos to Billy. But so the last couple chapters, they had cookie making at the main house, and he actually hung up some mistletoe, thinking he was gonna. That was the first time. What's her name? What's her name? Got him. Was coming in the door. There was mistletoe at the door. He thought it was Natasha coming in, but
Yeah.
it was other lady and the little girl, and she kissed him then. um, and then Natasha is there, and I think she saw it all. I think she has seen both times that she kissed him. I think she has seen both of them because she's kissed him twice now. I think she has seen both of them. I know she saw the last one because she kind of took off, and the sister-in-law was like, yeah, we're sitting in here. We had a great view of where you were just now. And Did she see? Did she see? Yeah, she saw.
Yeah, she saw everything.
Yeah, she saw. So she's taken off. She's kind of miffed, And he was going to go try to smooth things over with her. And she said, "You might want to let it settle just a little bit."
Let her calm down a little bit.
Yeah, let it settle a
Even though
bit.
they're not in a relationship,
A little,
that's
yeah,
but everybody can clearly see
yeah.
that they're Twitter pated.
That they're who? They're what?
That they're Twitter pated.
Twitter painting.
You don't remember from Bambi? They're Twitter pated.
No, I don't remember that from Bambi.
Oh yeah, that's what Thumper's calls it. They're Twitter pated. Or
Okay.
Flowers says it.
Okay. Hello, Sue. I was there for a second. I was like, wait, Sue's just here with her little red arrow, no green S for Sue. There's the green S now popped up. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. That's what's happening. That's what's taken place. And anything else? Anything else? I don't think
that pretty much catches us up.
Yeah, I think that's the quick little recap. The recap. So, how's he going to make up to her now? I
don't know, because that was the whole thing of how they were going to get to use the reindeer was because he was going to kiss her,
right?
And he did kiss her, sort of, kind of, but
yeah,
then screwed it up.
But then there's all this other kissing going on with the other chick,
Yeah,
not
so it kind of makes it like, well, okay.
Not that he's instigating it. He's not. But you'd think that she would know. Hang on. I got to let this dog in this barking. Hang on.
Hi, guys. Sorry. My tummy's hurting, so that's why I'm not very engaged.
Dale put him out to go to the bathroom, and then he went out to do the chickens and the ducks, and they're out there just having a hissy fit, barking away, carrying on.
Which one was it?
Oh, I don't know who was barking. They were both outside. Look how bright I am. Look at me right now, how bright I am. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, you look like a little star.
Woohoo. Yeah, but you know what it's going to do? Yeah, my stepdaughter was here Christmas Eve. And she came in here and messed with the camera, trying to figure out how to turn off this setting or whatnot that makes it like facially recognize you and adjust and all that garbage. I'm like, oh, but I don't know if she did anything. It almost, knock on wood, seems better. We'll see. We shall see. I don't know. Anyhow. So Twitter Peyton, huh?
Twitter Peyton.
Maybe Twitter Peyton. Does that mean they got the hats?
Yeah.
That's the same thing. They got the hats for each other.
They got the hot sweats.
Okay, well, if that's what that is, then all right.
They the Twitter Peyton.
So he's got to fix this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty confident that he will. Pretty confident he'll figure it out. But now, what's going to happen with the movie? Are they going to use that reindeer? Are they going to let them use that reindeer? What are they doing?
Well, I mean, something tells me that they're going to have to use the reindeer, but something also tells me there's going to be some sort of little secret's going to get out. Either the little girl's going to figure it out, which would be the easiest way for her to believe in Santa. But the big deal is going to be that the movie people, but then they're going to have to be sworn to secrecy.
Right.
But I feel like they're going, in order for me to think that there's going to be huge conflict, I feel like they're going to have to use her. Well, because her secret's going to have to kind of be slipped out, I think.
Because I
may be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking.
Because what other options there's plenty of reindeer, but they're really bent on using that reindeer, you know? Yeah,
Well, there's really good chemistry between that reindeer and the little girl.
right?
Um, and she is beautiful. And
And if
she's
he
got the
wants
it factor.
and if he wants the little girl to really, really believe in Santa, I mean, I can see this happening. They use the reindeer. She flies. Whoops. You know, whoopsie, whoopsie daisy.
Let's see.
Let me fly a little bit.
But then the wrong person sees,
Yeah.
or it's caught on camera somehow. That's going to be the hard thing. It's like, does it get caught on camera? Because now, now technically, okay, yeah, they catch it on camera, but then everybody in the world who sees it could just be like, yeah, y'all are Hollywood people. Of course, it looks like the reindeer's flying.
We made the reindeer fly. It's a trick of filming. We made it fly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be some other something's going to happen. Some other conflict's got to happen. Remember how the last one worked out, where the dude stole the reindeer and was going to go film it for the world and blah 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 blah, and the reindeer stopped it.
Hope the little girl don't try to run off with the reindeer,
Oh.
because that reindeer's already had a proclivity to skippy on off.
Well, you know.
Maybe the reindeer takes her for a little joyride and they go
joyride.
to Santa's workshop or something, and then everybody's hunting for the little girl or the reindeer.
Maybe it could happen. It could
And
happen.
then the lady that is watching the little girl, she gets all emotional and gets all over that rancher for comfort. And our lady is like, I don't know. That's just what I'm like. That's just a thought process in my head. Probably very far off, but
I don't know. It could happen, I suppose. It could happen. I guess we'll find out as we continue to read the book. I mean, it's going to have a happy ending, right?
yes.
It's going to have a happy ending. They all do. You know what?
It's a romance. It's supposed to have a happy ending.
Well, yeah. Since it was the end of the year and I got my little notice from Goodreads about what I had read and stuff like that, and I was looking back.
I did too.
Yeah. I was looking back at some of the books I'd read and things like that, and started digging into Goodreads a little bit more, and like seeing what some of the books I'd read were rated and stuff like that, which is interesting. Some of the books that I read this year that have been rated the highest are these books, these reindeer books. However, they also have very few reviews. So, I mean, the few people who read them rated them very high.
So the percentage is skewed.
Yes, that's my take on it. Yeah. So
I remember looking, I think I still have my end of the year report thing in my email. Because I want to say I read more books than I thought I did.
Yeah.
Like I think it was, I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look afterwards when we get off here, but I want to say that it was somewhere in the anywhere from 70s to 80s or something like that, I think.
So like this one book that I read that I really liked, The Viola Shipman, had a 3.97 was the average, but there were 3,800 people that rated it. So then if you compare this to the last book we just read, it has a 4.58, but only 212 people rated it. So very few people are reading it to come up with that average. But
I bet you some of the books I'm reading, nobody's read. Like I haven't looked. I didn't look that deep into. I just saw the email, and I don't think I actually looked into it very deep.
And I had some weird random ones that I'm like, I'm surprised that many people read that book, and it got great ratings. So,
yep.
It's fun when you dig into your Goodreads and check it out a little bit more thoroughly, you know? So
Yep.
I always wonder how people find so much information, like the booktubers and stuff. But I guess this is how you just go back to what, or they can find all kinds of things, like the top rated books that they've ever read and all this other stuff. I don't know. They find
Yeah.
all they find all kinds of info. I gotta laugh. I was watching Chandy today. Two things cracked me up about Chandy. Chandy is the owner of Expression Fiber Arts, the yarn company. And she's sitting there doing her live today. And I'm looking behind her. And behind her, I can see a picture, sort of. She kind of kept moving in front of it, but she'd move a certain way. And I'd be like, Cheryl Baker. She'd move and I'd be like, yep, that's definitely a Cheryl Baker. Definitely Cheryl Baker. Now, she gets hundreds of people in her lives. And so it's hard for her to respond to everybody. And I've asked twice about the painting behind her. I said, can you talk about the painting behind you? No, not the gnome. I knew about the gnome, Sue. Sue must have watched it. She painted a gnome, and that was really good. She went to one of those sip and dip, sip and paint kind of things,
Yeah.
So, but this Cheryl Baker, right at the very end of her live, I put one more comment in there. I said, can you talk about the painting behind you? The artwork behind you. And she talked about her gnome again. And then she said, oh, and the other one that you see down there, that's a diamond painting I did last year. Yes, I diamond painted some too. I do all the crafts. And before I could say anything else, she's like, so bye on Instagram, bye on YouTube. See you next week. Because I wanted to talk to her more about that. So that was one thing that was interesting. She diamond painted a Cheryl Baker. I thought that was interesting. And she also reads a lot of books. And so she was talking about some of her favorite books of the year. And in her top three is Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. And
Okay.
I was just like,
Okay.
I wanted to say, care for
That
that
one I
book.
don't think even made it into my no.
I don't think I cared for that book. But anyhow, it had over 1 million ratings. I just brought it up because I was looking at Goodreads and there it was. Had over 1,114,000 ratings, rated at a 4.14.
So what have we got to read for next time?
Oh, for next time, I have figured this out. I've already went and looked. I have figured it out. Did I say hello to Lynn? Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
To split this up fairly equally, to do it in 2 more times, doing it in one was going to be way too much. It was just over 100 and some pages. So we're going to split it up into 2, and we're going to read this time through chapter 18.
Okay, so read 18, not 19.
Yep, read 18.
Yes. I hate to do this. I'm going to have to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, feel better.
Thank you.
Go do what you got to do. You know what you got to do.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Oh, boy. I'm telling you. I hope she takes care of herself. But all right. Well, anybody else have anything to say about the book? I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about. I guess there's no big conflict, no, all that stuff. But anyhow, remember, after this, we're going to finish up this book this week. Next week, we'll be done with it. And then we're going to read the, what's it calling? Fine print. Fine print's next. Okay. I was looking through my Goodreads. That's one of the reasons I was kind of scrolling through Goodreads, was to see what books I really liked that we read last year. I will say I liked the Abby Jimenez. I think we read 2 of hers. I did like her stuff. I liked both of the books that we read of hers. I read a book on my own. It was called 7 Perfect Things. I liked that book. That was a really good book. I liked that one. there were some books out there that were highly, highly talked about by many people, and I didn't like them. I just didn't like them. One of them was, hang on, I'll tell you, Magnolia Parks. Like some of the booktube people I listen to, they talk about that all the time. Magnolia Parks. I read the first one and I was just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I didn't go on. I don't think I'll ever go on in that series. And there's like 5 books in the series, maybe. And there was another one too, which was the Boys of Tommen. And I've had many people talk about the Boys of Tommen. I read the first one, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was 600 and some pages, and it was long, long, long. And I wasn't planning on reading any more until I got to the end of the book and realized they didn't finish the story of this couple. So then I had to get the next one, and the next one was over 700, 800 pages. And I'm like, wow, just wow, So I had to read that. And then there's more books in that series, 4 more, I think. I don't know for sure, but I'm like, I have no interest in going on in that series at all. No interest whatsoever. The Fine Print. Thank you, Trina. Thank you. So yeah, those were books that were highly acclaimed by people that I listened to, and I was not impressed. I was just not impressed with either one. Now, there is another book that they keep talking about. I've heard 3 people talk about this book, and it's called Mile High. I believe it's Mile High. Let me see. Of course, it's a romance book. Mile High. Yep, Mile High. By Liz Tom Ford. I think it's Tom Forty. Everybody says it's Tom Forty. And so it's the first book of a series. Let's see. Oh, come on. Wow. Show the people. And they love this series of books. I think I want to try them. But I also think I want to try this year to maybe finish the ACOTAR series, because I haven't finished it. I have several other series on my shelf over here that I have not read. I have not finished the series. I think I would like to try to finish up some series that I have started. Another person is Elsie Silver. I want to finish the last series. I only have 1 book. There's only 5. I have 1 to go, and start her new series. The new series is supposed to be really good. So we'll see. We shall see how it goes. Let's see. What are you guys? Okay, Trina, everybody's talking about the women. Everybody. They're all over the place. That's the nurses from the war. Am I correct? Everybody keeps talking about those. The most wonderful crime of the year. Yep, 2 more times to read the one we're on to finish it up. All the Colors of the Dark. Yeah, I already know that, Trina. I've heard so much about Butcher and Blackbird, and then the one that follows it. Aren't they coming out with like the 3rd one now, I think, in the series? Not my jam. Dark romance. Serial killers. Not serial killers. What are they? They're not serial killers. They're like hitmen or something, aren't they? There's a man and a woman, and they're both like assassin killers, I think. And when you hear that there is accidental cannibalism in a book, I'm like, no, we don't need to read that. Right? Not my thing. Yeah, a lot of people talk about the nurses. I'm not a historical fiction reader, so I don't know. I don't think I would really enjoy that. But anyhow, There's a lot of good books out there. Not enough time to read. Right, Lynn? How do you have accidental cannibalism? No, thank you. Yeah, there you go. Serial killers who kill serial killers. No, just no. I mean, Hooked was bad enough. I mean, he kills people just, no, I'm good. I'll stick to the romance. You know what I'm saying? I'll stick to the romance. Actually, we're gonna step away from romance after the final print. Then we're gonna go on to a little romantasy and something that'll be right up Brandy's alley, which is Fourth Wing. I have it. Let me hang on just a second. I'll tell you something that I find really cool lately, and that is these. Wow, I came back into view. I'm bright. Hello. But you know what? When it goes darker, I think it's perfect. Sue, if you would stop talking about it, I could get away from it. But this is what I find really cool. They're doing a lot of stuff like this. They're doing all of these sprayed edges. Some of them have colored edges. Some of them just have, like this. Right, Lynn? I just, no. So I think they're so cool. They're coming out with the third in this series. And I just saw a picture of it. I think it was the Target edition. The Target edition. No, I did not, Sue. I did not bring up that part. All I brought up was the book and the premise of him killing people. That's it. That's all I say. Have you read all of them, Lynn, this series? You read? Well, there's only 2 right now. Well, the third. I guess the third one's out. But we're going to read that one next. Starlight, Starbright. Oh, you're talking about, I thought you were talking about a book for a second. Yeah. I know, it's really cool. And I have a couple books that just have like a colored edge, like one has pink, and I have a book that has blue edges. They're just so cool. They're so pretty. Sometimes these special editions, they come with special stuff. I think like the third one in the Fourth Wing series, I think it has special things in it, like a bookmark and stuff like that, which I think is pretty cool. So I think you have to get it. I don't think you can get them on Amazon, though. I don't think you can get them on Amazon. I think there's special editions like at Barnes & Noble or Target. I know Target was mentioned as a place that has the special editions. I got that book at Walmart. So I thought that was kind of cool. See, can you get special? Let's see. Onyx Storm Deluxe Edition. You can get it. Okay, you can get it on Amazon. I don't know if it has the bookmark with it or not, but I mean, look at how cool it is. If it'll show up for you. Look how cool it is. Come on. Woo! It's super bright now. Anyhow, we're going to read that one after the next book we're going to do. Fun. We're going to have a good time. So we got a few books lined up in our future. And I keep this in mind too. If you know, you know. You have it coming from Amazon. Nice. I'm going to be doing a year-long blanket based on book covers, the colors of the book covers. So let me show you something real quick. Let me show you my current books I am reading. And I don't think I'm going to count. I might count this one because we're really reading more than half of it in the new year, right? We're reading more than half of it in the new year. But this is so washed out here. Come on. So there we go. Change of tides. I'm going to look at like blue, green. I don't know what other color I'll pick. Try to pick 3 colors for each of the squares I'm going to do. But look at this one. This one's going to be a lot of fun. There's some pretty colors in there. Pink, green, yellow, and then there's change of tides, right? So those will make 2 really pretty squares. But look at this one. It's just kind of dull and boring. What colors would you use for one spicy Christmas elf? I don't know. What is there? Navy, gold, white. I don't know. Fourth wing isn't going to be all that fun either. I mean, fourth wing is going to be like what? Black and gold? That book's not going to be real, not in my book. Oh, is that the name of a book? Not in my book? Another good romance. Not in my book. What? Okay, hang on. Where'd my phone go? Not in my book. I would like it. It's a bit spicy. Well, of course I'd like it if it's spicy, Joe. A wee bit racy. A wee bit. Yeah. Not in my book. Let me see. I gotta look that up while I'm thinking of it. I put a lot of these things on my wish list. Not in my book. Oh, it already has a little racy cover to it. I mean, look, we got these 2 people making eyes at each other, right? They're like, ooh. You know what? I said that today earlier, Brenda. I said, well, it looks like I'm going to be choosing books to read that'll be beautiful in my blanket. I did say that earlier. Oh, Rosie writes romance novels and listens to Taylor Swift. Aiden writes literary fiction and doesn't believe in happy endings. Of course not. Perfect match. Perfect match right there. I'm going to put it on my wish list. Put it on my wish list. As soon as I can find the thing that says add to list. Where is it? Add to list. Books. Added. Boom. All right. Got it on there. That one sounds pretty good. All right. Well, I am going to let you guys go because I'm hungry. And we're going to go have leftovers. We put a turkey breast in the crock pot the other day. So we have turkey. And I think we're going to make like a little bag of instant mashed potatoes, have a vegetable. And you know what? It's so funny. Almost every single one of our meals, like if we're having a meal with meat, like, chicken, steak, something like that, we always have cottage cheese, applesauce, peaches, every time. It's just like every meal it comes out. And Dale will have a little bit of applesauce. He'll have a couple peaches. I don't know how that all started, but every time. So I'm going to go make a little bit of food, heat up some turkey, make some potatoes. I think we have green beans left. We have some green beans and then all the other stuff. You thought of me. What'd you think of me for? What did I do? What did I do? I hope it was good. Somebody asked how much snow we got. We didn't get much snow. We haven't gotten much snow. There's just enough to cover the ground, and that's about it. It's still here, though. It's not going anywhere because it's cold. So, yeah. Eat well, right? Oh, boy. Yeah. I got a funny story to tell, but I guess I'll save it. I'll save it until Saturday. Somebody's got to remind me, though. Talk about Smokey in the bathroom. Smokey in the bathroom. That boy. All right. I'm going to go. I will talk to all you guys later. Have a great week. I'm going to set my whipping chat to process right now while we make dinner. because it's going to take about 2.5 hours for it to process on my computer. The uploading part's easy. Processing on my computer, not so easy. It takes forever. Takes forever. All right. Okay. I'll see you guys later. And stay warm.